I'm Finlay Whitelaw, the Insider Threat Programme and UEBA Solutions Field CTO here at Securonics. And today, joining me is Zubair Makhtar Chowgale, who is our Senior Sales Engineer specialising in UEBA and SIM solutions here at Securonics. Welcome, Zubair.
Hey, thanks, Finlay, and hello everybody who have tuned in to today's LinkedIn Live session. Pleasure to be here. And as Finlay mentioned, my name is Zubair Chowgale, and I'm the Senior Sales Engineer for Securonics for Asia Pacific, Middle East, Africa, and Europe. As part of my role in Securonics, I work with our customers and partners, helping them build their insider threat programs as well as their security operations function by leveraging Securonics market-leading SIM and UEBA solutions.
So, Zubair, you've worked for Securonics for many years, specifically within, as you said, the Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Africa regions. Now, as a sales engineer, what, in your experience, would you say is driving the increased demand for our UEBA technologies?
Now, great question, Finlay. And if you see the region that we cover is actually quite massive in terms of, and also you have some of the leading, and fastest growing economies in the world that belong to this region. You talk about the Middle East, Asia Pacific, Europe, Africa. There are some countries who are actually at the forefront of digital transformation, and because of this adoption of technologies, what we have realized is it's making them more prone to the cyber attacks as well as insider threats. Now, as part of this technology adoption, what we've also realized is these countries or the region is adopting the next-gen technologies when it comes to SIMs, incident response, or user behavior analytics. And these are some of the things that really stand out. Now, from my experience, what I've realized is there are three main drivers of this growth. And the first thing, as we mentioned, is digital transformation. Digitization is an agenda for every organization or every country, and nations are pushing forward with it. What we also saw is regulations. When you talk about the GDPRs or when you talk about the ECC regulations of different countries, it's making it very imperative for countries to actually protect their data against the cyber threats. And the third and the most important thing is also the emerging markets. As and when countries are adopting technologies, there is an awareness that is actually growing amongst everybody to adopt these technologies. So from my perspective, these are the three things that I really see as the main driver of growth.
Thank you. Yeah, and you mentioned just there the region's growth and making it a prime target. What industries do you think are being targeted?
A great question, Finlay. And I start off by saying we wish there was one particular industry or region that would have been targeted, would have made our lives so much easier as cyber professionals, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. You see no region or no industry is immune to these attacks. You talk about whether it's an individual or whether it's a multi-million-dollar global organization, they all have been breached in some time or the other. The rapid digital transformation has also witnessed a surge in cyber attacks, especially with growing technological prominence. You talk about the expanding attack surface, incidents of data breaches globally, the insider threats, which is one of the key things that I feel was overlooked for so many years. We have all been focusing on external threats, but insider threats was something that was overlooked by organizations, as well as cyber espionage, which is on the rise. One of the things that I mentioned around insider threat is typically those employees in an organization who have a malicious intent or are negligent because they're not attentive into what they have to do are very significant in terms of the data being lost by an organization. So you talk about the critical infrastructure, you talk about financial sectors, you talk about governments, you talk about private organizations or healthcare. You'll have some or other breach in each of these organizations. So no region is immune, no industry is immune.
Indeed. And for all of these sectors, I suppose that the combination of high value data, financial motivations, critical infrastructures, regulatory frameworks, and in some cases, public-facing aspects of businesses makes them attractive, both internally and, external threats. It's worth recognising that insiders already have a certain level of access, which can pose, a significant risk, since these individuals can exploit their knowledge of our internal systems and processes to cause that harm. However, you are correct in saying that no industry or region is immune, and it's not dependent on the size or scale of the organisation either. It can certainly be due to a combination of factors, including the human factors, technological vulnerabilities, and organisational dynamics. But we can probably pick this up and explore it further on another LinkedIn Live.
Yeah,
However, in the meantime, can you just highlight for us what a hot topic is specifically in the insider space?
I think when you look at and this we'll be discussing in our next LinkedIn live sessions, wherein we'll be talking about the use cases that actually drive this insider threat program for the organizations. Everybody, please watch out for our next session, and we'll be taking you exactly deep dive into these a couple of use cases that we feel important for your organizations.